Hello, my friend. Welcome to this beautiful healing session where we are going to be diving into money mindset, scarcity, clearing out blocks, really starting to bring to the surface where you feel that you're not worthy of receiving abundance. So this session is going to be all about what you feel to be your financial worthiness. And I'm really very excited about this session because I feel like this is the bottleneck that a lot of us run into when we are on our financial abundance journeys. We have a set amount in our mind, even if we're not consciously aware of it, and this set amount is what we are comfortable accepting. So it's not even just nervous system work or opening ourselves up to receive more or getting comfortable spending more. We'll deal with that in the next session. This is all about what you actually believe that you deserve. And unfortunately, a lot of us don't believe that we deserve a lot. We even pride ourselves on being low maintenance and not needing a lot. We sometimes even get like, it's weird, I'm like getting a pain in my back on my lower right hand side as I'm talking about this. So it's possible that a lot of you have lower back pain, especially on that lower right side. And that's just a confirmation that this is a word. It's like energy that's been trapped in your body around worthiness that has created a physical pain. Worthiness can also be connected to a sense of safety. Like I'm getting like root chakra vibes. We'll ask for more clarity later on how those two connect, but yeah, today we're going to be working on increasing your belief in yourself and increasing the amount that you believe that you're able to receive with ease without your I have to work incredibly hard for this turning on. Wherever that threshold is, where the script flips and you all of a sudden feel that you have to do all the things to earn, to be worthy of the money that's coming into your life, or if a certain amount comes in and all of a sudden you feel uncomfortable because you don't feel you deserve it, that's what we're going to be working on today. So I have my tools behind me today. I have my beautiful money tree that will be supporting this just in the background here. I did pull my oracle cards. We'll see if there's a message later on. I have my beautiful dragonfly scissors. So this is where I'm going to be pulling on the cords of limiting beliefs that have been planted themselves in your energetic field and snipping those out. I have 4 crystals that I chose today. The first one being our selenite, flower of life, again to just clear and reset. Then I have this really beautiful amazonite. And this color is just perfect for calming anxieties, calming just that self-doubt, the lower vibrational energies, and really rising you and your frequency to a point where we can even energetically have that conversation and start to have things come up to be ready to be released without triggering anxiety, without triggering your nervous system clamping up. Then I have this green aventurine, and this is going to be for money specific energy, really sending that to you so that you can start to practice with the energy of feeling it coming into your field. And then I have this carnelian tower, and this is really beautiful for infusing you with that confidence boost that you need. It's more of a fiery energy. It's that energy of, no, I do deserve this, and like really grounding into that. So we'll do that. And then I have my lantern again today, but this time I have a golden candle in it. So the bottom of this lantern has a mirror at it. And the reason I chose to bring this in again today is mirrors are all about that reflection coming back to us, right? So as we start to really peel back the layers on worthiness, I do want the energy to have a mirroring effect where we're able to look at ourselves and look at the ways that we've been holding ourselves back. But then the gold color of the candle is abundance related. So that's what I have for us today. Super excited to do this. Let's start the container by just placing your hands either over your heart space, or if you're feeling a little bit anxious, because I am feeling some anxiety for some of you, you can either place your hand here or on your lower stomach. And we're gonna do some deep breaths, just to really ground in. So I want you to breathe in, we'll hold at the top, and then we will release. Ready? Breathe in. Let's do it again. And one more time. Good. Asking our highest selves and our guides to be present with us during this session. Asking for a protective golden white light to surround this container that we are creating. Allowing the things that have been holding us back, our worthiness, our self-sabotage, to gently come to the surface today, not to trigger us, not to freak our nervous system out, simply so that we can have an awareness, a gentle awareness of where we need to pivot, where we need to shift. Setting the intention that anything that comes up to be processed, to be released, is met with the utmost love and gratitude, because we know that every single negative emotion that we have is simply there to try to protect us. Fear is there to try to protect us. Anxiety is there to try to protect us. Even shame is there to try and prevent us from doing something again that created pain in our body or regret. And so we are grateful for these heavier emotions. We set the intention that we feel just enough to allow things to pass through effortlessly, asking our personal angels and even Archangel Raphael to be present with us to support our nervous system during this clearing, during this healing session, allowing things to fully pass through. I want you to imagine a red laser beam going from your tailbone down into the earth. I want you to imagine that it's searching for a rock or a boulder, something that it can anchor itself to, and tie your cord around whatever you find down there. And then I want you to imagine a golden beam of light coming out of your crown chakra, shooting into the sky to anchor yourself to your unique soul star. Let us light our candle to really begin this energy. placed in our lantern there. Sit down. Perfect. And then let's go in with some selenite. Gently starting to open your field, setting the intention to allow things to come up, knowing you are safe to release anything that chooses to come up today. Energies only come up when they're ready to be released, which is why healing can feel like such a journey. It can feel like it's taking so long because there are some pieces that will just stay hidden and unknown until they're ready to release. So knowing that your body is wise, your body is intuitive, anything that comes up to be released today is ready to go. Amazonite. Just start shaking things up a little bit. I had a story that came through while I was laying, resting, preparing mentally to do this session for us. And this conversation came back into my mind of a coach that I had hired recently. And while I was doing a session with her, I felt comfortable to just be really open and share that I had a $60,000 month and that I was currently calling in $100,000 months, and that I was consistently at 5-figure months, but it was ranging anywhere from, typically on a normal month, anywhere from about 13K up to 18K a month. And so we were talking about, or my intention was to talk about how to clear certain energies around why the $100,000 months haven't come in yet. And the interesting thing was that this offering, the Reiki for Riches offering, was channeled the next day after that session. It was like me going in to get clarity on if there were any missing pieces. My guides were like, yes, Mystical Money Mastery is beautiful and it is an incredible offering, and it's packed full of vital information for manifesting, and it's perfect for people that are really ready to heal their relationship with money on the next level, and perfect for people that are wanting to lock in those $10,000 plus months. And yet I knew that I got my start as a manifestation coach with these smaller offerings, with these more affordable offerings. And I think the caveat here is that I don't, and I'll share this with you, I don't create lower ticket offers like this beautiful membership that we have because I don't believe in my ability to sell higher ticket packages. I do it because my guides made it very clear, even in that session with my coach, that my gifts are not just for those that are able to afford hundreds and hundreds of dollars to work with me in a more private, exclusive package, right? They're like, you are here to help everyone. You are here to help those who don't have the money yet to enter into a container or a package such as Mystical Money Mastery. And so my hope for you is that if you are drawn to Mystical Money Mastery, this membership helps your money mindset and even just your income and your inflow get to a point where an investment like that is a very easy and no-brainer next step for you. It doesn't even feel like an investment because it just feels like diving deeper together. But the interesting thing about this conversation with this coach, although I'm grateful because it brought us this beautiful container that came through, was her shock and her discomfort when I started talking numbers like $60,000 a month. And I remember her almost tainting the reading a little bit and starting to project her own emotions, because she had a little bit of a bitter tone when she said, well, I wish I could have a $60,000 month. Like if I ever had a $60,000 month, I would be super grateful. And she insinuated through the rest of the reading that I wasn't grateful for the level of income that I was at now, and that I was being too impatient with calling in six-figure months. And I was reflecting on this interaction and the energy that she brought, and I was reminded of how important it is to be in a space with a coach who doesn't react in that way to you when you bring your big dreams or your big goals or your manifestations that you've been working in the quantum on, and like you speak your truth. If it's different if you're in a space with a family member or a friend or even a spouse that doesn't have the same money mindset as you, but in a coaching situation especially, there's a certain integrity that needs to take place when you are entering into a container or an agreement with someone, where you need to be able to feel safe sharing your big goals, your big dreams, without them almost acting like it's too big and you should just be grateful for where you're at. So this is also a reminder that sometimes the limiting beliefs that we place on ourselves are those same, like, I shouldn't want more, I should be more grateful for where I'm at, the universe doesn't care, or like I'm selfish or greedy for wanting more. And I want you to know that I don't buy into that. I don't subscribe to that idea. The universe has actually been very clear with me by dropping multiple people in my field that make much more than $100,000 a month. I have 4 people off the top of my head right now that I can think of that I know consistently make anywhere from $200,000 a month up to $1 million plus a month, every single month, all of them women, all of them with smaller teams, all of them doing their own thing. And so the universe is always going to say yes to you, okay? The universe is always going to meet you where your biggest dreams and your goals end. It's always going to be there meeting you at the edge, because anything that you can possibly imagine, any scenario, any income level, any money amount, anything that you can conjure up in your mind and put some believability behind, even if it's just a what if, is not, you can't outthink the universe, right? The universe is all that is. It is everything. So even at your edges, even at that moment where you're like, oh my gosh, this scares me a little bit because I don't know if I could ever dream that big. I don't know if I could ever, I would be happy with making $100,000 a year. Like, imagine it happening in 1 month, right? Knowing and remembering that time isn't real. It really is just an illusion that we've come up with. We can collapse timelines. We can make things happen faster if we're in alignment. We can slow things down and have it be at like a dragging pace if we're not in alignment. So remembering that time isn't real, remembering that everything that we see here is simply a construct. The universe always says yes or better to you. There is no unless it's that or better, right? Like, unless it's the redirection is protection piece, in which case, thank you, universe, right? But especially when it comes to money, they're never going to say no to you. What they will do is they will put you in situations like this, containers like this, and simulate real life events and real life invitations in your reality that help you become the person that you need to be to hold whatever you're asking for. And so sometimes my prayer during the day is as simple as, universe, continue to teach me how to be a vibrational match for $100,000 a month. Sometimes it's that simple of, continue to teach me. I want to be a student and I want you to be my teacher. Continue to teach me. So this is not only your reminder to allow yourself to dream big, to drop the limitations around what you deserve or the beliefs around what you deserve, dropping away anyone else's opinions on how big you can dream, what's enough for you, really knowing yourself, knowing your heart, knowing that sometimes it's as simple as you just wanting to play a game. Like for me, I just want to play the game. I just want to experience $100,000 months. I love the way that that feels in my body, to dream about experiencing that. I love the level of impact that I can have. I love the level of stability that I can have. I love the level of joy and experience that I can have with that amount of money coming in. And because there is no deity that's capping me, that's saying you're only allowed to make this amount, or you are only worthy of this amount, and there's so much proof in the world by looking at other millionaires and billionaires that if it's possible for them, it's possible for me too. If it's possible for me, it's possible for you too. Consistently going in and working with finding the proof to help knock out those limiting beliefs. And that is one of the things that we talk about really heavily in Mystical Money Mastery, is building that table of believability. If there is a new reality that you would prefer, a new reality that you want, your body has to feel like it's a possibility. And one of the ways that we do that is we actively search for other people that have even a version, even a slight version of what it is that we're desiring to call in, so that we can prove to ourselves that it exists. And the moment that you see someone else have it, the divine law of oneness, which is really that we are all the same, not the same person, but the same energy, the same God energy. It's like God, the divine source, is this big, beautiful golden cloud of energy, of soul, and it broke itself off into a million different pieces and put a little piece in all of us. So we are all different reflections, we're all different variations, we're all experiencing our own thing, but we come from the same place, we come from the same source. And so because of that interconnectedness, the minute that you see someone else in your reality that has something that you want, it is automatically 100% possible for you as well. It's simply a matter of allowing ourselves to go there on, okay, what do I believe I deserve? Clearing things out, regulating our nervous system, and just speaking that over ourselves again and again. I deserve this, I'm worthy of this. Because you're a human, because you're here, you're automatically worthy. You don't have to continue to do things to be worthy of it. The aligned action piece, taking action towards our goals, taking action so that manifestations can fall in, is completely different than having to earn it and prove that we're worthy of it, okay? So there's a little channeled message for you around that. Let's go back to really continuing to shake this up. Actually, that actually broke up a lot of energy in your field. So you're definitely feeling more open now to receive, which is great. Not as much anxiety. I'm definitely feeling some excitement, some joy, some encouragement, some hope being activated, which is exactly where we need you to be. Perfect. Okay. Mantra that's coming through. I do need you to say this out loud, even if it feels uncomfortable. I want you to repeat after me. I am worthy of what I desire. Say it again. I am worthy of what I desire. I am worthy of what I desire. Alright, now with heart open, let's go in and start pulling on these energetic cords. Anything that's been holding you back, anything that doesn't need to be there anymore. And you can consciously know what these things are as we're pulling them, or not. Maybe you don't know what it is and it just feels like an emotional release, or you can actually feel me pulling things. Regardless, just allow it to flow. Cry if you need to, move your shoulders or move your body or move your neck if you need to. pushing it down to Mother Earth to be recycled for the highest good of all. So the idea of parents is coming up, and the idea that sometimes we can get the blueprint for what we believe is available to us or what we believe we deserve according to what we see our parents' financial situation looking like, and or we heard a lot of things growing up and it was just talk until we actually started seeing it play out in either our lives or the lives of those that we loved, and then it became, even if not truth, a possibility of something that could happen to us. And so this is just your reminder that it's okay to outgrow the money mindset and even the scarcity patterns that your parents held and or still do hold. Or if we have parents that have a, oh, you think you're better than me mentality, it can be difficult to get past that fear of embarrassing them or creating shame for them. And so this is just your reminder that even if they're not healthy enough or weren't healthy enough to be in a place where they genuinely wanted you to be better than them and genuinely wanted you to give yourself the best chance at life and really just like, I'm seeing like rocket ship, like to the stars, to the moon and beyond. Even if they in their earthly bodies didn't want that for you because of their own ego, you get to give that to yourself. You get to know that their highest self would never want you to suffer, would never want you to do or be less than them. And this is something that I've had to navigate because I now make more money than either of my parents ever made in a month or in a year. And I remember when I got my first like corporate work from home job after years of being an entrepreneur, when I took some time to manifest the house that I'm in now, and I knew that I would need a salary on paper. And I remember the starting salary that they offered me for this work from home job was $82,000 a year, which it was very clear that I had manifested that exact amount because it was the exact amount we needed to qualify for this house. And I remember being so excited and sharing it with my family, my mom and my brother specifically, and they were shocked, and not in a good way. It wasn't like a, oh, we're so proud of you, we knew that you would, eventually do this. It was like, why are they paying you that much? And that stings. That stings. To look for the validation or look for the celebration or the excitement from the people that you love. And especially if you came up as like the black sheep of the family, or you have lived a non-traditional life and you haven't fit into the box that they wanted you to fit into. When you start doing this money mindset work, when you start working with money as an energy, as a frequency, as an entity, which we dive really heavily into in Mystical Money Mastery, and we learn how to manifest beyond anyone's wildest dreams, beyond anything that anyone in our life was ever able to do, and it feels easeful, and it feels simple, and it feels like just an of course, like a byproduct of who we are, as opposed to like having to work so hard for it. That triggers the hell out of people in our lives that aren't doing the work. And so this is your reminder that sometimes you have to give yourself that permission slip to outgrow and grow past people that aren't ready to do that work for themselves. And a reminder that typically a disruptor will be placed in a family of flowers to help them awaken. And so most of you that are here have been called into this space by me, by your guides, by the universe, by source, to do this work because you are a disruptor, because you are put here to create the ripples. You are the butterfly effect, personified. And that's an uncomfortable person or role to play in the beginning when you're not used to it. It feels like stepping into a leadership role that you didn't ask for. But the more that you do this work and the more that you're able to call in and receive, the more of service you're able to be to other people. Just like when that coach couldn't meet me at my financial mindset point, it immediately made it feel like I couldn't continue my relationship with her because the powering dynamic was off. She hadn't gone where even I had already been. And so sometimes us doing the work, yes, we get to reap the rewards and the benefit of being more high vibrational and getting to call in really cool experiences into our life. But we're also doing this work as expanders, as that human butterfly effect, so that other people can be their biggest and brightest and best selves, and they feel safe to expand in your presence without feeling like you're going to shut them down. And so by doing this work, you are raising not only your own vibration, but the collective vibration of humanity and their view on what's possible. And if you're called into this space to be with me, I know that you have a good heart, and it's my mission in life to get more money into the hands of good people, because that's how the world is going to change, is when we get money into the hands of people who not only know that they are worthy of receiving it, but also are willing to allow it to flow back out into the world. And so the flowing, the allowing you to invest in yourself and other people and spend it without feeling anxiety around it, will be handling that in the next session. But that's just another little channeled message for you. So let us go in with our green adventuring and just really start sending you some money codes, some money activation, some abundance codes around this. Really feeling your heart chakra opening to receive these money codes. And even the conversations that we've had so far are encoded with money codes. They're waking things up in you. They're reminding you of who you are and what you were sent here to do, rewriting the narrative that money is bad or evil, and actually just seeing it as this really, really beautiful, expansive, neutral tool that we have the honor of being the channelers for, and allowing it to flow where it needs to go, to meet needs, to heal people, to expand people, even for I believe money to be a spiritual experience. I actually want to ground that in for a minute, because that felt really profound. Let's hold the intention of just receiving the energy of money being a spiritual experience. Really inviting the energy, the entity of money into this space now. Breathe into that knowing, breathe into that remembering that the energy of currency is a spiritual experience. It's an expansive experience. It's a way that we get to bless others. It's a way that we get to nourish ourselves. The mantra that's coming through is, as I expand, I invite others to expand. I am a mirror, and we are walking each other home. Your expansion creates the invitation for other people to expand as well. The work that you're doing is not selfish. You desiring to call more money into your life beyond just your basic needs, beyond just having your basic needs met, because that's already a given. Like, yes, of course, every human should have their basic needs met. You desiring to hold more money and master the energy of money and manifest more money is not selfish. It is one of the most selfless things that you can do. Really feel into that. It is selfless to be doing this work. It is selfless to go out of your way to become a magnet for money, so that not only do you get to experience safety in your body, but you have an overflow that you can then allow to flow back out into the people that you love, people and investments and causes that you really would love to support. Money is the way that we are stewards of our homes, of our animals, of nature. It is the currency right now. It is simply the embodiment of the energy of currency. And we use that currency to do the things that we know that we need to do to be good stewards of the planet, humanity, as parents, setting our lineages up for a life of ease, because it is so much easier to feel connected to the true essence of God and Source when we are at peace in ourselves. Yes, there's this idea that the divine meets us in the chaos and the tumultuous, darker energies and the feelings, and walking through the valley with you. And that can also be some religious trauma coming through, because you don't have to suffer to connect with God. There is not just a God, Source, I am energy to be there to help you through the suffering. The idea, the goal is to ascend out of the suffering by healing those parts of ourselves that are continuing to attract the suffering. And so knowing that the safer your body feels, the more stable your body feels, the more grounded your nervous system feels, the easier it is to connect with God and Source's true, authentic energy of peace, of neutrality, of just beingness, of presence. We're able to be present. We're able to be present when our minds aren't pulled into the past with shame or into the future with anxiety. And so that's the work that we're doing here. We're doing the work to become present, to be fully in our bodies and be comfortable with that. Money, the abundance that comes, is simply a byproduct of us being at peace with who we are and really fully embodying the reason we came here. Money is like the divine compensation piece that Source is able to send to you because of this work that you're doing. And all of our work is going to look different. You know what desires you have on your heart. You know what you're pulled to do. We all play a different piece here. But the core of this is how beautiful it is that you're choosing to heal your relationship with money so that you can expand, to be that mirror for others to expand. Let's go into Divine Oracle deck. Lots of channeled messages today already. We'll see if they have anything else for us before we move on to our carnelian stone. We have this sovereignty card that popped out. And I love that this kind of goes with my background. It's like the same vibe. So this sovereignty is just reminding you that you're the one in charge. Trust yourself, block out the voices that are unhelpful, block out the people that are not doing the work. Do not take your guidance and your advice from people that you would not trade lives with in an instant. because the advice that they give you is going to be the blueprint to how they got their results. And if you don't want their results, don't listen to them. You are the co-creator of your own reality. And the only other co-creator that's involved in this process is Source, is God energy, is the universe. It's just you and Source. Everything else is just an opinion. So remember your sovereignty. Remember who you are. Remember who you came here to be. So we have this Kundalini initiation, and this is just the energy, like we were talking about you becoming your highest self, about fully activating your body. These to me represent all of these different chakra points, and the blooming flowers are like you fully coming online, you fully embodying your truth, your essence, your value, your worthiness, simply as a human. And also just taking that a step further and knowing that this journey that you're on is awakening you deeply at a spiritual level as well. This is confirming that the growth, the expansion of being in a container with money and using money as a spiritual tool is a tool for expansion on a spiritual ascension level. So we are using money in this container. We are using our desire to manifest more money as a way to get closer to God. We had two cards come out. One, the first one, reminding you that this is your sacred path. You're exactly where you're meant to be. You are exactly right on time. You can't deviate from that path, and you were chosen to do this work. Then we have the water initiation card. Rainbows are always really significant for me when I'm going through seasons of change and I'm purging a lot of things and I'm looking for encouragement and I'm looking for that like hope on the horizon. So this is a rainbow popping up for you. I'm also being drawn to the dolphins in the middle, and I feel that this represents our collective actually. The space that we're creating here, I feel that we are the dolphins swimming in a pod together, moving through the oceans, the waters of life, the emotions of life together to help the collective ascend and not feel like we have to be alone in this. So I'm loving this for us because I feel like this is a picture of us together. So I'm loving that. And then this is just a reminder to nourish your soul. And this is going to be especially important as you are journaling on limiting beliefs. Definitely utilize the journaling prompts in each section, but especially this section. And don't forget to take time to nourish your soul during this. It's deep work that we're doing here. So we will end this session by really just infusing you, locking in that courageous energy to continue to do the work. Really just being so grateful that we get to do this work together. That more fiery energy, that passion, the motivation to just keep going, to do the things that we know that we need to do. So this is also the confidence that you need, really infusing you with that energy of actually going out and starting to do the aligned action pieces that you're feeling inspired to do. Dropping away any beliefs from other people that have been holding you back and just stepping into who you are. Love this for you. Beautiful. What a gorgeous session. What a beautiful session. So much gratitude for everything that came through today. So much gratitude for everything that came through today. Thank you, guides. Thank you, highest selves, for organizing this beautiful session for us today. Asking that you continue to reveal to us how to get to that next step. Reveal to us the aligned action. Reveal to us, send us proof. Send us those signs, those synchronicities, the confirmations in our day-to-day life that show us just how worthy we are of receiving on a spiritual soul level. Send us confirmation of the power of the work that we're doing here, even if it's just a physical shift that we feel in our body that we can't explain. Thank you so much for this space. Asking that our guides go ahead and close down this energetic container, sealing this off, and also allowing things to integrate as they need to. 24/7 until the integration process is complete. And so it is. Beautiful. All right, my friend, take some time to take a few more deep breaths and really allow this energy to sink in. Pop into the community and let me know what your favorite part of this session was, what really spoke to you. Watch it as many times as you need to fully activate this energy and to really lock in these messages as a inner knowing for yourself. I cannot wait to hear about your experience with this. Take care of yourself. As the cards advised, nourish your soul, spend some time really taking care of you and putting yourself first, because you cannot pour from an empty cup. Sending you love, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye for now.